Labrador Retriever. British breed of dog. For the single by Japanese idol girl group AKB48, see Labrador Retriever song. The Labrador Retriever, or simply Labrador, is a British breed of retriever gun dog. It was developed in the United Kingdom from fishing dogs imported from the colony of Newfoundland, now a province of Canada, and was named after the Labrador region of that colony. It is among the most commonly kept dogs in several countries, particularly in the Western world. Quick facts. Other names. Common nicknames. The Labrador is friendly, energetic, and playful. It was bred as a sporting and hunting dog but is widely kept as a companion dog. It may also be trained as a guide or assistance dog, or for rescue or therapy work. In the 1830s, the 10th Earl of Home and his nephews the 5th Duke of Buccleuch and Lord John Scott, imported progenitors of the breed from Newfoundland to Europe for use as gun dogs. Another early advocate of these Newfoundland fishing dogs was the 2nd Earl of Malmesbury, who bred them for their expertise in waterfowling. During the 1880s, the 3rd Earl of Malmesbury, the 6th Duke of Buccleuch, and the 12th Earl of Home collaborated to develop and establish the Labrador Retriever breed. The dogs Buccleuch Avon and Buccleuch Ned, given by Malmesbury to Buccleuch, were mated with bitches carrying blood from those originally imported by the 5th Duke and the 10th Earl of Home. The offspring are the ancestors of all modern Labradors. History. The Labrador breed dates back to at least the 1830s, when St. John's water dogs bred by European settlers in Newfoundland were first introduced to Britain from ships trading between Canada and Poole in Dorset. These were then bred with British hunting dogs to create what became known as the Labrador Retriever. Its early patrons included the Earl of Malmesbury, the Duke of Buccleuch, the Earl of Home, and Sir John Scott. Early writers have confused the Labrador with the much larger Newfoundland and the lesser Newfoundland, with Charles Street. John even referring to the lesser Newfoundland as the Newfoundland. Colonel Peter Hawker describes the first Labrador as being not larger than an English pointer, more often black than other colors, long in its head and nose with a deep chest, fine legs, and short and smooth coat, and did not carry its tail as highly as the Newfoundland. Hawker distinguishes the Newfoundland from both the proper Labrador and St. John's breed of these dogs in the 5th edition of his book Introductions to Young Sportsmen, published in 1846. A photograph taken in 1857 shows the Earl of Home's dog, Nell, described both as a Labrador and a street John's water dog. Citation needed. By 1870 the name Labrador Retriever had become common in England. The liver, now usually called chocolate, Labrador emerged in the late 1800s, with liver-colored pups documented at the Buccleuch Kennels in 1892. Citation needed. The first yellow Labrador on record was born in 1899, Ben of Hyde, Kennels of Major C.J. Radcliffe. Citation needed. The breed was recognized by the Kennel Club in 1903. The first American Kennel Club, AKC, registration was in 1917. Characteristics. There is a great deal of variety among Labradors. The following characteristics are typical of the conformation show bred, bench bred, lines of this breed in the United States and are based on the American Kennel Club standard. Significant differences between UK and US standards are noted. Head. The head should be broad with slightly pronounced eyebrows. The eyes should be kind and expressive. Appropriate eye colors are brown and hazel. The lining around the eyes should be black. The ears should hang close to the head and be set slightly above the eyes. Jaws. The jaws should be strong and powerful. The muzzle should be of medium length and should not be too tapered. The jaws should hang slightly and curve gracefully back. Body. The body should have a powerful and muscular build. The tail and coat are designated, distinctive or distinguishing features, of the Labrador by both the Kennel Club and AKC. The AKC adds that the true Labrador Retriever temperament is as much a hallmark of the breed as the otter tail. Color. Labradors are registered in 3 colors: solid black, yellow considered from creamy white to fox red, and chocolate medium to dark brown and originally called liver. Puppies of all colors can occur in the same litter. Coat color is determined primarily by 3 genes. The first gene, the B locus, determines the density of the coat's eumelanin pigment granules. If that pigment is allowed, dense granules result in a black coat, and sparse ones give a chocolate coat. The second E locus determines whether the eumelanin is produced at all. A dog with the recessive E allele will produce only pheomelanin pigment and will be yellow regardless of its genotype at the B locus. The genes known previously have had their number increased by the introduction of the K locus, where the dominant, black, allele KB is now known to reside. According to a 2011 study, 13 out of 245 Labradors studied were heterozygous for the M264V mutation responsible for the melanistic mask, and one was homozygous. Within the breed, this trait is not visible. Show and field lines. As a result of specialized breeding, there are significant differences between field and trial bred and show bred lines of Labradors. In the United States, the former are sometimes mistakenly referred to as American, and the latter as English. In fact, both field and show types are bred in both countries, and all Labrador retrievers are descended from British lines. Use. Labrador retrievers have proven to have a high success rate at becoming guide dogs. A study was recently done on how well 4 different breeds, Labrador Retriever, Golden Retriever, Labrador Retriever, Golden Retriever mix, and German Shepherds trained to become guide dogs. In this experiment, German Shepherds had the highest chance of not completing it. Labrador Retrievers and Labrador Retriever, Golden Retriever mix had the highest success rate. However, German Shepherds and Golden Retrievers had a higher success rate after going through longer training than the training required for Labrador Retrievers. The Labrador is a good swimmer. Citation needed. They can also be used for pointing and flushing, and make excellent upland game hunting partners. The high intelligence, initiative and self-direction of Labradors in working roles is exemplified by dogs such as Endel, who was trained to, if need be, put his human who uses a wheelchair in the recovery position, cover him with a blanket, and activate an emergency phone. A number of Labradors have also been taught to assist their owner in removing money and credit cards from ATMs with prior training. The breed is used in water rescue, lifesaving. It continues in that role today, along with the Leonberger, Newfoundland and Golden Retriever dogs. They are used at the Italian School of Canine Lifeguard. Health. A Labrador may be expected to live for 10 to 12 years. 256. It is a healthy breed with relatively few major problems. Notable issues related to health and well-being include inherited disorders and obesity. Most are missing all or parts of the appetite-regulating POMC gene. A Royal Veterinary College study, and one conducted by the University of Sydney, have concluded that chocolate-colored Labrador